Good students, they learn faster than others will try to learn very fast. We want to produce a good quality of football, to respect football, to try to enjoy the people who come. After, really for me, the results are not the more important. What we want is to go out of this cup and with the people in Congo.
All right. Claude Roy talking about his team and what they will want to do in Equatorial Guinea. All right, before we travel abroad, let's take some of your tweets. And let's take this one. I find this particularly interesting. I am underscore Oluwa Chokable. I hope I didn't murder your name. At Sexy Reke says, wow, that idea won't work. If Nigeria can't qualify, they should enjoy the holiday. Probably agreed with you that, look, forget about the four-nation tourney. But I feel during the off-season, four-nation tourney is a very good way of preparing your team. But I don't know. But I agree with you.
How many teams did that? Nigeria should not start it. Let's not be the pioneer of this one.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let's travel abroad, Femi, and go to Germany and talk about goal line technology. Majority of the clubs rejected this when it was put to a vote last time out. But surprise, surprise, of the 18 teams, 15 teams supported the idea of goal line technology. And from that point on, you're likely going to be seeing goal line technology as early as the next season in the German Bundesliga. Let's not forget it's been practiced in England.
Yes.
It's working wonders. Controversy has been reduced.
Yes.
Apart from referee error, maybe in the middle of the field. But when it comes to ball crossing the line or not, in England, it's inch perfect now. But what do you think the goal line technology will bring to Germany?
Absolutely, it brings everything, getting your calls accurate. That's the most important thing. You know, if the ball crosses the line as a goal, yes, it is a goal. That's what the rule says. Once the ball crosses the line, but when there's, you don't know exactly what to do, and then the referee has to use his discretion. These things happen in split seconds. So I think the goal line technology actually helps out, in removing all those controversies. Because if you look at it, just that one goal might just cost you, it changes
the outcome.
Exactly. So I think it's a good idea. But I'm surprised that of all countries in the world is Germany that's actually
refusing to embrace technology.
Exactly.
It's surprising.
We call them the German machine. So I thought anything that would bring that will make work easier.
And this proposal was pushed by the Bavarian Germans and Bayern.
Yes. It's a good idea. It's a welcome idea any day, anytime for me, because what we want is let the game be more accurately judged. Anyone who deserves, let him get. And it has worked across other sports. In the English Premier League, we've seen it work, and why not let it go across?
Okay. All right, so let it go across. That's what Femi says. We want to enjoy the beautiful game of football. And what better way to enjoy football than seeing calls made? I mean, I witnessed this recently. I think it was a game between Manchester United and Hull City.
Yes.
There was a scramble.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was in.
If I saw that 100 times, I wouldn't have called it a goal. And, blink of an eye, a referee said it was a goal. And, later on we saw it. I mean, that's how good and how accurate it was.
That's the work of the goal line technology. I remember during the proposal stage, people were deliberating about the fact that it will reduce time efficiency, it will take time for the referee to look at the replay and all that.
It's going to be like cricket.
It's a split-second thing. You don't have to wait 5 minutes to know the outcome of the technology in itself, whether or not the ball crossed the line or not. You know immediately, and the game goes on. So nobody feels robbed. Nobody feels there's any cheated, like you said, or there's any injustice, to his call. So it's good. Let's stick our heads to it. I think technology will still rule the game, going forward. We've seen how technology has changed every facet of life. So I think sports too is gradually getting in, and of course it's going to change a lot of things. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, Femi says it's a matter of time, but I don't see Sepp Blatter agreeing to changing center referees. I don't know. But I don't know about you, but I don't know. Maybe you can talk about that as well. I think the human factor makes football enjoyable. That's my opinion. It can be painful sometimes. Sometimes you enjoy
at the expense of other teams.
Well, but that's the nature of the game. Goal line technology, yes. anything further than that, I think it's going to rob the game. My personal opinion here. I think it's going to rob the game. It's going to take something away from the game. I mean, I don't know. It's just my opinion.
As long as it doesn't stop them from scoring goals, that's the most fun part of football.
Okay.
You know, the ball getting to the net. So once technology doesn't obstruct that, I think for me, I'm okay with technology playing a part. It's been playing a part. You've seen the way soccer boots have changed. You know, from being leather to being rubber now to being synthetic. Now we've been hearing of knitted soccer boots. We've seen how the balls have changed in weight, in flights. You know, stuff. So technology necessarily doesn't have to rub against the mechanics, you know, of the game in itself, but of course the apparel and of course the way the game is being played, but definitely not in the movement and the mechanics of the game in itself.
All right, let's take a break, catch our breath, and we'll take you to the Dutch League and allow you to enjoy a game from the Dutch League. Very interesting game. A lot of goals scored in the Dutch League. So let's allow you to enjoy this, and we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight. Just from the Dutch League, a game involving 20 and Groningen. 20 actually losing that game. All right, before we come back home, we travel abroad, we're about to come home, but let's take this tweet. At Sexy Ricky says, the goal line technology is the best thing that has ever happened to football, but without the goal line technology, the game is still fun. Probably agrees with me.
Without, it's still fun, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
So he's agreeing and disagreeing.
That football is still fun. Without it, it's fun.
With it,
it's fun. But it's a good innovation.
Yes, because like we all want to agree with the fact that we want calls to be made accurately, especially when it comes to goals. But that's what we, the fans, want.
Because a lot of emotions are invested.
We've seen a lot of teams. We've seen even Nigeria suffered its own bit of lack of goal line technology. So it's that time we caused some people some heartbreak. And I think German football is on the right track.
All right. Anything further than goal line technology, well, I may not be in support. But goal line technology, the way it is, it's good. But anything that will make us replace referees with robots or all those kind of things I hear around, well, I'm not in support of that.
It won't work.
Okay. Let's come back home for a while and talk about Copa Lagos. The countdown has begun, and today it's 8 days to go. And I mean, what else can we say about Copa Lagos? We've won all the previous editions. Our team now trying to knock themselves into shape. Camp opened yesterday, and you're likely still going to see the regular faces, maybe Okemiri, Isiaka, Lawale, and all the. But what are you expecting when we come up against our West African neighbors that seem to know us well?
Nothing short of victory. We've done this before. We've won it every other time that we've been on that sand. So they go for all the name, the Super Sand Eagles.